Hello people, welcome one and all to Jojo's Learning Club.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be dealing with factor theorem. So in my last video was on polynomial division. If you have not watched my video on polynomial division, I would highly suggest you to watch polynomial divisions first, then it would be easy for you to understand about factorial theorem. There is a simple relationship between quadratic expression and the roots of this quadratic expression by equating this expression to 0. For example, let's take the case of x square plus 2x minus 8. So we are equating this quadratic expression to 0, right? So let us factorize it. By factorizing, we know that it is x plus 4 into x minus 2. How did I know that? There is a simple method which I will be dealing mostly about quadratic equation in another chapter, but for the time being I will teach you a small trick. So x square minus sx plus p. So where s is the sum of the product, sum of the numbers, and p is the product of the numbers, right? Sum and product. So now you can check that you should get a sum of 2 and a product of 4. So what numbers can be that? 4 and minus 2. Only then you will get a sum of 2 and a product of 2, 8. So and that's why I can simply write it as x plus 4 into x minus 2 equal to 0. So when you equate like this, you know that when you have for example, a into b is equal to 0, what are the conditions over here? Either a can be 0 or b can be 0, or a and b are both zeros. So for that, now by this method you can find x plus 4 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 4, and this is the root of this quadratic expression when equated to 0. Okay, and the next one is x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 2. So x is equal to 2 and minus 4 are these roots of this equation. And now let's come back to the factorial theorem. So what does the factorial theorem says? So when x is equal to a is the root of the equation, then x minus a is this factor of f of x. So now here f of x is equal to x square plus 2x minus 8. So here x plus 4. So what were our roots? X is equal to minus 4. So then x minus a. So it would become x plus 4 is a factor of f of x, and x minus 2, that is x is equal to 2. This is also a factor of f of x. So this is what meant by factorial theorem, and I will let you know where to use this factorial theorem and why we use it. Okay, so it is easy when you do for a quadratic expression, but what you will do in terms of a cubic equation, cubic means there will be x cube in it. So what you will do, you have to use factorial theorem. And one more thing is that if you wanted to find the answer for this, you can either apply by trial and error. So let's apply 1. What it would be? 1 square plus 2 into 1 minus 8. When it is 0, then there is a factor of f of x. So here 1 plus 2 minus 8, which is minus 5. No. Next check f of 2. 2 square plus 2 into 4 minus 8. So 2 square plus 2 into 2. So 4 plus 4 minus 8, which is 0. See? So 2 is a factor. When it is a factor, then it would be equal to 0. So it would be highly easy, it would be very much beneficial when you do a cubic equation. So when you have a factor, then you can make it into a quadratic expression, then do polynomial division and find the rest of the roots. I hope you get the point. But if you are using the trial and error method for finding a cubic equation, it will take you a lot of time, because always your answer won't be 1 or 2. It is like trial and error. You have to put different values. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, 0, 2, 3. You have to keep on checking. So it is a hectic process. So for that, we introduce the factorial theorem. So you find the first factor, and with that factor, then you can divide your dividend or your f of x. For example, let me take you a problem. So the problem is x cube minus 7x minus 6. So this is our problem, right? And let us consider this as f of x. So f of x is equal to x cube minus 7x minus 6, right? And now we can find that x cube minus 7x minus 6 is what? Let us apply trial and error. So f of 1 cube minus 7 into 1 minus 6. So 1 minus 7 minus 6 not equal to 0. So let's check with f of 2. Again, 2 cube minus 7 into 2 minus 6. So 8 minus 40 minus 6 not equal to 0. Okay. Now f of 3 cube minus 7 into 3 minus 6. So 27 minus 21 minus 6, which is equal to 0. So now we know that x equal to 3 is a root of this cubic equation. So what you can do? You can now x minus 3 is a factor of f of x. So why we are going to divide this with this f of x? Why? Because let's take example with 15. Okay, this is a number. What are the factors of 15? 5 and 3. And suppose I know that 3 is one of the factor. Then how would you find the another factor? You would just divide this with the another factor. Similarly, we do it for the cubic equation too. So now you can break this x cube minus 7x minus 6. As you know, x minus 3 is a factor, so you can divide with this and make into a quadratic expression. Then you can find the rest of the roots. So x square, x cube minus 3x square, minus 3x square, which is not there, so I'm going to write here minus. So this gets cancelled and it is plus. So 3x square, because there is no 3x square, then again minus 7x, right? Now you have what? Plus 3, right? Plus 3x. So 3x square, and what is minus 3 into minus 9? Minus 3 into minus 9x. And what it would be again? It would be plus and it would be minus. So you get here 2x minus 6, right? So x into 2 plus 2, right? 2x minus 6, and it is completely divisible, so it get cancelled down. You have remainder 0. So now we have break this cubic equation into a quadratic equation, and this is the benefit of doing with factorial theorem. With the factorial theorem says what? When x equal to a is the root of the equation, then x minus a is the factor of f of x. So by this method, we can break down a cubic equation into a quadratic equation. So suppose when there is a fourth root, what you will do? You can find the first one using trial and error. So you factor which is equal to 0. So from this, now you can break that into a quadratic equation. Cubic equation, and from that cubic equation again you can break down into quadratic equation. When you have a quadratic equation, I don't think you have to do it further. Why? Because it is very easy, right? X square plus 3x plus 2. Remember the formula which I said, x square minus sx plus p, where x square minus sx plus p. What is this? This is the sum of the product, and p is the product of the numbers. These numbers are a and b. So x minus a and x minus b are the factors of these numbers. Check minus a into minus b. So this is what? Product. Sum is the a plus b minus a plus b, and the product is a into b here. Similarly, check when you get a sum of 3 and a product of 2. What would be the numbers? It's very easy, right? 1 into 2. Only then you will get 2 as the product and the sum as 3x. So you can simply write this as x plus 1 into x plus 2. So what are the roots of this equation? X equal to minus 1, x equal to minus 2, and already you have found x is also equal to 3. So now let's do the last step of the equation. Now we have to write it into factorize it. So what is the equation? So 3 is one of the factors. So you can write, 3 is one of the roots. So x minus 3 into x plus 1 into x plus 2. So this is how you do factorization using factorial theorem. I hope it's clear. And now let's do the last problem, so you'll get a better understanding. Okay. So now let's do our last problem. F of x cube minus 2x square minus 5x plus 6. So let's break it down and write in terms of f of x what it is. X cube minus 2x square minus 5x plus 6. So let's try some trial and error method. So I'm going to try with minus 1 first. So minus 1 the whole cube, minus 2 into minus 1 the whole square, minus 5 into minus 1 plus 6. What it is? 5 plus 6. Minus 2 minus 1. So you know that it is not equal to 0. Now let's check it with 1. So 1 cube minus 2 into 1 square minus 5 plus 6. So what it is? 1 plus 6 is 7 and 7 minus 7 which is equal to 0. So now you know that x equal to 1 is one of the roots of this cubic equation. So you can simplify it and write it as, now x minus 1 is a factor of f of x or this cubic equation. And now you can break it down, x cube minus 2x square minus 5x minus 6. So here it is in the, as I said, remember what you have to do in polynomial. You have a cubic equation or any expression, a polynomial expression, then you have to always, while doing polynomial division, write it in the descending order. I mean the power with the highest powers in this order. By default in the question it is given like that. If it is not given in the question too, you have to always remember and try to write like this. Only then you will come in up to a correct answer. And now we know that x minus 1 is one of the factor, and remember the first term. So the x square, x cube, minus 1 into minus x square, and now cancel it down, it would become plus, and you can write it as minus x square minus 5x, and what it would be? Minus x square, and what it is? Minus into x is plus x, and it would become minus, so minus 6x minus 6, which is what? Minus 6, minus 6x minus 6 plus, so cancel down and the remainder is 0. So now we can write x minus 1 into x square minus x minus 6 is equal to f of x. And remember the quadratic expression, how to solve it? X square minus sx plus p. The sum is minus 1 and the product is minus 6. What would be the numbers for it? So to get here, minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1, and what is minus 3 into 2? That is minus 6. So what are the products here? So you can write this as x minus 1 into x minus 3 into x plus 2. So these are the factors for this polynomial expression, and what are the roots? X equal to 1, x equal to 3, and x equal to minus 2. So these are the roots of this cubic expression. I hope with this it's clear, and my next topic would be on remainder theorem. So let's see you over there. Bye bye.